Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
A brother, an icon to those that know him. He is Endeavor Empire.
Well, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully we're all having a good day. We had a good week and we're ready and refreshed to start another beautiful week. I had a good week. Busy, work as always. Because bills don't stop rolling in. Of course, we all know that. Oh, I sit here and I look outside and I think springtime is upon us. Such beautiful days we've been having. Such, I don't know, just feels good to have a good day. Sometimes you just sit back and relax, look up at the sky and just enjoy what you have, enjoy what you're doing and who you're doing it for. I know with me, family is everything to me, and I'm grateful every day I am able to wake up and to see my family, listen to my kids, talk to my kids. Yeah, they may get on my nerves sometimes, but that's what kids do. But it's never a dull day in my house. I just love who I am, and I love doing what I do, and that's providing for my family and taking care of my kids. I love problem solving. I don't know, it's just me. I love being a father foremost, Only thing I am missing is the love. But I know one day I'll find it again. But it's all good till then. There's no rush. Oh, things will come to me. Either love will find me or I'll find it. Either way, it's all good. It's really not a big deal. I do hate being alone, though. I'm talking about alone in a sense of, not being with anybody. I know a lot of people say being single, yeah, that's shit. It has its perks. I'd give it about 50-50 on being single and being alone. But you know what? It's all good. It's not a big deal. In any event, look at me rambling on. My name is Derek. I am Endeavor Empire. I want to welcome you guys to the show. This show is today. So I got in some fan mail maybe about 2 weeks ago, and I was just trying to figure out how to approach it because neither subject I really wanted to spend a lot of time on. And it's not the fact that I don't too much care for the subject. It's just the fact that one of the subjects in particular is just not me. The other one isn't neither, but again, I kind of understand and what's going on in the world today. I figured I'd give my opinion or just my insight on it. I mean, I know I'm not going to change everybody's mind. I'm not really trying to change anybody's mind. It's just the way that I feel. And the way I believe, I guess. So the letters were the letters weren't really that explanatory. One listener wrote in and he was just asking, or I don't know if it's a he or she or whoever it is, they were just asking about how I felt about transgenders. And again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the subject because it's just not me. Now, for me personally, I will give my opinion, but I honestly just don't have a problem with transgenders. I know what's going on with the world today. A lot of people feel that it's just not the life for them. So here we go. I'm not going to read the letter because the letter wasn't really that specifically in detailed or long as well as the other letters. So these kind of two letters will kind of, how can I put this? Well, it just wasn't a lot on there to say. So the first part will just deal with transgenders. I personally, honestly, I don't care if you're gay or transgender or you're bisexual. I think for me, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, and I'll tell you why. I think what you do and what you become in your life, that's totally up to you. I know with the way the world is, everybody kind of looks down and is like, oh, they shouldn't do this, or this is disgusting, or this is nasty, or whatever. Listen, I mean, we see this kind of shit all the time on TV. So it's real life, I think in some instances, no, I'm just joking. I think in some cases it's a little bit, I wouldn't say too much. I just think it's kind of forcing the issue. And I know that America is one of the countries, or one of the few, well, probably about the only country that has about as much free speech as any other country does. And that's good. That's good. But I think that if you're transgender, you're transgender. I honestly don't care to know that you are because it has nothing to do with me. I mean, I understand that some that are being transgenders or some that are gay or whatever, that you kind of want to make an argument of who and what you are. But to me personally, it doesn't matter. I think that you're a person and you should live the way you want to live your life without any say. But of course, everybody in this world, in this free world, always has an opinion about something. And I honestly don't understand why. I mean, it's their life. I mean, I have a cousin. He's full-fledged gay. I don't love him any less. I don't look down on him. What he does with his life is his business. Now, there are some things in particular that I don't too much care for, that if you're transgender, and I think that, and I'm only saying this respectfully, because I think if you're transgender, I don't think you should be placed in a category of certain aspects of life. And let's just put it out there, and I'm talking about the sports thing. I think that they've passed a bill where banning transgenders to participate in certain female or male sports. And I get it. I understand that. And that part I totally agree with, because I don't think it's fair that if you're a transgender male going to female, well, I don't think it's an advantage that you're playing in a woman's sport, because it's designed particularly for women. Now, again, I'm not spreading any hate or, any negative on that, but I just think that if the women have their sports, they should have their sports. I have not once seen or yet to see any transgender female to male participate in any male sports. And I think that what some of these colleges and schools do, and they're upset about that, and I think they have a right to be upset about that, because listen, at the end of the day, in my mind, what God made you is what you are. Now, if you decide to go a different way on that, that is your business. It's no business. But at the end of the day, you're still what God made you, whether that's male or female. And you can say, oh, well, you're wrong for saying that. Yeah, I might be wrong. But at the end of the day, when you're playing in a woman's sport and you have the upper hand and you have, the ability to do basically what a man does, I mean, where's the fairness in that? Where's the fairness in that? So I think that, and I've seen some, and it's like the pageants. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, I think it's wrong. I'm probably sure I'll get a lot of hate email on this, but I understand what the women are saying, and I understand what parents are saying. I honestly don't think that it's fair that you should participate in that kind of a sport, because it's not designed for transgender athletes. It's designed for either the female young lady. That's just me. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to spew any kind of hate or any disingenuine comfort, but my daughter plays basketball. If there was a transgender on her team, I would raise serious concerns about that. Why? Because she can dominate better than my daughter can dominate. She can do things better than my daughter can do things. Because at the end of the day, in my mind, my opinion, you were born a male. So would I have a problem with them playing at home in the street? No, hell no. But the sport that's designed specifically for the female athlete, let them have it. And I'm not trying to sound too cold, but whether you're transgender or you're gay or whatever it is, it's mostly predominantly transgender, because I think, and I've seen a lot of things that have been created for transgender. They have their own beauty pageants, they have their own fashion show, things like that. You want to design clothes, you want to design TV, that's great, that's fine. That's kind of an open season type thing. You can do pretty much any and everything you want. But I don't think it's fair that if you're in their sport and you're doing their sport, then you're getting all the glory and say, oh, and then you come out and say, oh, I'm transgender. Then everybody's like, well, what the hell? What the hell? So, like I said, I know there's going to be a lot of people that don't really like what I say. Definitely understand that. I definitely do. But you have to look at it as a parent. And I don't think it's disgusting. I don't. Again, if they were outside playing basketball on the street or here at home, that's totally different. That's totally different. So, and you can say, well, oh, no, it's not different. It is. It is. Because you ain't getting no damn trophy at home. You're outside playing. Versus you're either in college or high school or participating in anything. I mean, what? Come on, people. Come on. So, well, I don't have an issue with that. I just think there's some certain things like, and even the whole bathroom thing, some people can't question who or what you are because of, laws and things and, people, saying that's wrong, a thing in lawsuits. So while the bathroom situation has kind of been alleviated in public, but then you have the schools. And I think for me, I don't really have a problem with that, because there are some schools that let transgender teens use the bathrooms in different parts of the school without fear of retaliation. I'm good with that. So good with that. I do. So I have no issues with that. So, and I see a lot of people that are just downright disgusted by it. I'm not. Again, if this is what you're meant to be, this is what you want to be, you have every right to be that. I mean, I think a lot of transgenders get kind of a bum rap. And I do remember and recalling back that, and I'm not saying transgender people are pretty much right majority 100% of the time. They're human, they're people like us. But I think if you're trying to push your agenda on the free world, I think it's kind of like, it's a slap in the face. It's like you're telling me I have to accept you when really I don't have to accept you. Listen, I already accept any person. I do. I don't care that you're gay, straight, trans, whatever. That means nothing to me. Again, it is not my lifestyle. It is your lifestyle. And if you're happy with your lifestyle, then hey, I'm happy for you. I work with transgender people. I've worked with gay people, and it does not faze me. It does not entice me to say, well, this is who I want to be or who I need to be. We are all human. We are all making up our minds. And I do have the issue that if these transgenders are younger and then they decide that at a very young age that this is who I am, but again, I can't speak to that, and I don't want to kind of piss anybody off, which I'm pretty sure I'm already doing anyways. I don't understand the whole transgender thing at a younger age, because I think at a younger age, listen, I'll give you an example, a real cut, clear point example. So as I said before, I think I told a lot of people, and then people that know me, I grew up with nothing but women. I didn't have a father. Well, I did, but I didn't really see him as much. And he died when I was 12 years old. But for the most part, I grew up with nothing but females. And though I've inherited quite the female traits, so to speak, like cooking, cleaning, sewing, not even gonna lie, my sister used to play dress up with me, did the whole nail polish, and I used to wear eyeliner in school, not that kind of eyeliner, but just for the what is it, like the golf kids would wear, basically, but except my eyeliner was white. Take it how y'all want it. Shit, I don't give a damn. But in any event, I grew up with nothing but women. And to this day, there are a lot of people that see me who still think I'm gay or transgender, and I'm neither. Now, I have appreciated the women before me and my mother who raised me to be the man that I am, because I mean, at a young age, I was just not, how can I say this? Because I think it's different now versus it was then. I mean, we get stories of younger kids talking about, oh yeah, I knew I was gay at birth. And well, did you though? I don't know. I don't know how you could do that. Again, I played dress up. I played with dolls. I did hair. Okay. I did all that, but I can't speak to anybody's state of mind, but I can only speak to mine. And for me, what my mom raised me, she raised me to be the man that I am. And then I also was raised to respect women on a very high level, which I still do to this very day. And this is why I have so much compassion for women. Yeah, no, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm a saint or nothing like that. I'm just saying that I think at a young age, I'm not sure if you even know what you're talking about, because we as kids, when we're very young, we're very impressionable. And then that we think that we think that we know what we want, but we don't know. This is all the part of growing up. Now, I know that some parents might say, well, I knew this from birth. And then I think there are some parents who, this is really going to piss a lot of people off. Um, and I don't know if this has ever been said, but I think there's some parents, especially female parents, that have always wanted a little girl, and then they tried to mold what is their young boy into a young girl. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. So I'm not saying that actually happens, but I'll give you another instance. There's a friend, was a co-worker of mine that I worked with, and her son, she thought her son was just the shit. I mean, this dude was, oh, he's cute, he's this, that, and the other. He don't play around, he'll F you up. Well, shit. I think by his freshman year, he came out, and she was pissed. Listen, if my kids came out and told me that they were transgender, would I be mad? No. Would I be disappointed? No. Because in the end, it's ultimately their decision. Now, if they're younger, then I would try to have a talk with them and try to explain it to them so they can understand it. I wouldn't try to force the issue of, no, you ain't this, damn it, you that. Okay? Ain't no female, you a male. Real talk. Because let me tell you who's about that life. No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding. But again, it is your business. It is how you want to define yourself. The thing that keeps pissing me off about the whole, transgender or LGBTQ is that every damn year or every other year, there is a different damn word for this. First, I identify as she, her. First, I identify as non-binary. I don't know if y'all know what the hell non-binary means or what binary is. Clearly, we should look that up. If you're gay, just say you're gay. If you're transgender, just say you're transgender. We don't have to keep, y'all don't have to keep making damn labels every other year explaining to us what you are. What the hell's next? Are we going to go to the colors next? Are we going to say I'm yellow, I'm red, I'm green, I'm somewhere in between? I don't care about that shit. Real talk. So I don't have an issue with transgender. I don't have an issue with gays. I think they are people. They are beautiful people. I honestly do appreciate and like transgender people because I think that they're just different. And then most of them, if you have them as friends, they can be fun. They can be entertaining, not in a drama sense, but talking and trying to watch them evolve and living their life and just being inspirational to themselves and for those that are looking in their direction, so to speak. Not looking up. I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about for those that are trying to send into that place of them. Because I see that, I think they get a lot of bad rap. And I think that when they're out in public and people see them in public, and again, people fear what they don't know. And they criticize what they don't understand. Again, ask yourself, what if this was your son, your daughter? And I've seen parents like that. And some people do it for the lifestyle. Some people do it because that's who they are. And some people do it just because they do it. I don't care one way or the other. I think we get so asphyxiated on, we get so focused on people and their lifestyles that we don't take the time to live our own lifestyles and understand. This is why I live the life that I live, drama-free. Again, I'm not concerned with the world. I'm only concerned with me and mine. And when I'm concerned with me and mine, that kind of works out better for me. I get tired of seeing across the screen, well, this person's gay or this person's trans. When Bruce Jenner came out, everybody was like, oh my God, this and that. I did not give a damn about what he was doing. I don't care. His life has no effect on mine. I have to get up, go to work, and pay bills, okay? That's all I care about, and put food on the table. I don't give a damn about who's transgender. I don't even follow these people online because it's not something I care about. I only care about... I only care about me and mine and how they can do better and how they can navigate this life. It is a rough world. It really is. It seems like as time goes on or days go on, we kind of lose focus of who we are. And we're focused on something that we shouldn't even be focused on. You know, the Republicans are focused on something like this, and I don't understand why. And that brings us to our next segment, you know, because people want to control people. I think that, listen, if you are, how can I put this? If you are sitting at home and you're angry with yourself and you don't have any friends because of how angry you are, or because you just don't know how to keep friends, it is not the time to start some kind of movement and try to get everybody on your dumbass bandwagon. Because I see that's what the problem, that's exactly what happens. As we know that there was a shooting in reference to a school. Sad, heart goes out to them. I pray for them and the families. But one thing has absolutely nothing to do with the other. And when politicians get involved and want to spew such stupidity and such stupid hate, then you have those who only listen to them because that's all they care about, because they're speaking their kind of language. As I said, so the next segment leading up to this one is why I don't do politics. Okay? Because I think this kind of goes hand in hand with both, to tell you the truth. You got people that don't like transgenders, and you got people blaming transgenders for everything. Every single damn thing. And I don't even see what the point is of that. Again, there are things that they do that I don't too much care for, but then again, that stuff will work itself out. I don't need to advocate for that. Do I want to see them protected? Yes. Do I want them to see them live their best life? Yes. Do I hate them? No, they're people. As long as you're not trying to push it off on me or my kids, I'm completely fine. But my next part is, hold on now. I gotta get some of that red diamond tea. Y'all make sure y'all pick some up and holler at your boy. I'm gonna need a refill in a minute. So, you know, if I step away, that's what's going down. You know, real talk. No. And of course, you know, I gotta get my vape on. Oh man. You know, since I stopped smoking a while back, thanks to my beautiful, lovely wife, may she rest in peace. Love you, Tisha. Love you, Sugar Bear. Vaping has just done so much wonders for me. You know, I've gotten myself together. I started gardening. I started sewing again. And then I've also started reading all over again. No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding. I do love the vape, though. I don't like the vapes you got to refill, though. I like the disposable one because, you know, once I get done with it, I ain't got to worry about no oil, no mess, me tearing something up, glass breaking, cat scratching me in my eye and everything. But, you know. So, why I don't too much care for politics or politicians or whatever, I don't give a damn. I think politicians are, I think some of them are just downright ignorant. And I don't understand how any of them got into the position that they're in. I think as we've seen, people follow politicians blindly and stupidly. And I don't understand how they got in the position that they got into. Listen, I don't vote. And the reason why I don't vote, because it doesn't matter who we put in office. No one is never happy. Everybody is always angry. And everybody's always looking for somebody to hate. When in all actuality, I don't give a damn about none of that. And I know a lot of politicians have done a lot of good things for this world. That part I care about. But when you have bickering and arguing, they argue worse than kids. Worse than kids. And here's the funny thing. Here's the difference between politicians and little kids. Little kids can forgive each other just like that. There's no hate, no love lost. Politicians, they'll carry it over. They'll call each other names. It's like they're on the schoolyard, on the playground. You know, a lot of people follow Trump, and this idiot, I don't understand why people follow him, but I don't care. You know, he has nothing to do with me. So what I do is that I only read certain information that's useful to my state and what certain politicians do, but I don't feel the need to get involved, because I think when we put somebody in power, I think they're in that power, and then they can either do the right thing or they do the wrong thing. And as times goes by, or as we've seen time again, is that it's happened, you know? I mean, for Christ's sake, they're trying to put a man back in the office who was blatantly disloyal to the American people all the way, but a lot of people think that he was the best president ever. And when I say that, is because they're giving this guy money, their hard-earned money, who don't give two shits or two damn about y'all. He just wants your money. And then as we seen as that, that January 6th, that fool was nowhere to be found to testify for none of y'all. It's like when he tells y'all to do something, you idiots go do it. And I don't understand why. You know, politicians can be good, they can be bad. I remember back in the day, they were a lot more civil. They were a lot more cordial. Now it's like a bloodbath. It's like survival of the fittest. And then you have some who speak illegitimately, who don't really know their history. And they don't know their history, so they say the first thing that comes to mind. Then you have people that's backing them up. Oh my God, this is so true. And I think the problem is that we don't do a lot of fact finding. We let them do the fact finding for us. Give me just a second here. I got some things I'm selling. I'm sorry. So we don't look up things like we used to do. We let the internet control our thinking. We let the politicians say one thing and then we'll just jump on that bandwagon and we'll haul ass and we won't look back. And I think that's kind of sad because I get it. When somebody says something that you like and you get excited, but it doesn't always mean that they're right. You are a human being. You have to kind of separate what's best for you and what's best for your family. You know, we get on TV, we spew a lot of hate. I think that January 6th bullshit was a lot to take in. I think that shouldn't have happened. I think it's ridiculous the way they did that to the nation's capital. And again, this is why I don't follow politics. It's not that I don't understand politics. I just think it's messy. It's sloppy. There's no civility. There's no leadership. There's no honor among neither one of them. Not a brain between both parties. And I think for the ones who are actually trying to do stuff, they are not looked at enough because of the idiotic people that are in office. They're getting the most play and they're getting the most attention. I don't know why. You have politicians going after each other's families, talking about each other's family. Again, that's child's play shit. I don't do shit like that. I don't too much care about shit like that. I mean, it kind of gets me baffled and gets me not really angry, just pissed off talking about it, because when the person wrote this letter, they wanted me to go into in-depth, and then they were just trying to test my knowledge of, of politicians. And I, for one, and I'm just going to tell you flat out, I don't care about the politicians. I don't. I think there are people, and I think that there are those that are trying to do the right thing, but it gets overshadowed by those who are doing the wrong thing. And I'm not going to turn my podcast into some, fake news propaganda because you want to hear that. It's just not me. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I apologize. Let me not say that. But it's just not me. I think if you're young enough and you understand what's going on in the world, you can choose on how you want to live your life. If you want to follow this person or follow that person. I have not once voted. I've come across many politicians that try to get me to vote for them. I'm neither Republican nor Democrat. So the only person I can believe in to give me guidance, wisdom, and a clear path to the destiny and the direction which I am seeking would be my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's my politician. Real talk. Because again, ain't nobody perfect. I think when it benefits politicians, they'll jump in at the spur of the moment, and then you won't hear them for days on end. And of course, it's their gimmick. It's their PR. It's what they got to do. Well, not necessarily, but you're only there for the moment. And half of them ain't who they claim to be any damn way. Someone just getting the power just to get in the power. Some of them hate to lose that power. They think that they're doing a service to the country. You might be, but you're doing it all the wrong way. So, yeah. Excuse me. In any event, I honestly don't know what I can say because it's not a subject that I too much care about. So I don't know what I can say about this subject. It's just not me. It really isn't. I mean, I think that when that's the bad thing, because I didn't even too much prepare for this because I didn't want to prepare for it because I didn't really too much care about it. But again, I'll give y'all what I can give you. So you don't like it, you don't like it. So to me, it just seems like a whole washout. You know, we go to the polls, we vote for these people, and then when we vote for the people that we vote for, they're in office. The people that don't win, sore losers, and as we've seen before, have to go out against the world and say it was rigged. And everybody knows in this country, as long as voting's been going on, it's not rigged. Okay, we've seen no evidence of that. And then when the evidence is proven to us in our face, then some still choose to say, oh, no, he's right, it was rigged. Okay, how the hell do you know? I honestly could tell you that if some of you people actually went down there, they showed you how the machine works, showed you how it's tallied up, which they did, and you dumbasses still sit back and say, oh, no, it's real. Yeah, it was rigged. And I can show you how they rigged it. It's not like a slot machine at the casinos where you're not guaranteed to win anything. That shit is rigged. That's how casinos stay in business. I mean, if y'all didn't know that, then damn, y'all really need to step y'all game up. Real talk. That shit is rigged. So, I'm just saying, how the hell can you believe that a voter machine is rigged, but a casino machine is not rigged? I tell you, it's oh my God, it's quite baffling. Quite baffling. So with all the supporting documents and with all the fact findings and all the evidence that point to suggest to say, there was no evidence found, a lot of people still are on that bandwagon. And I think it's what's sad is what's happened to our country because we let the media, social media, and then the shit that they put out there is not even real because we don't take the time to find out if it's real or not. I do a lot of fact finding. I do a lot of research. You know, back in our day, we didn't have the luxury of internet. We had microfilms, encyclopedias. We had newspapers. We had TV, the real TV. Not the shit you see today where everybody's trying to push their ratings up. I'm talking about the real shit that you've seen and that you could take to heart because you know that they were telling the truth. Now, we have so many media outlets trying to pull us left, trying to pull us right, trying to put us front ways, back ways, upwards, sideways, that we don't even know which way is up anymore. I mean, unfortunately, I do, because again, I don't give two shits about politicians, and I don't give a shit about some of the stuff I do, you know, like what they're doing for the roads, the schools, the communities. That's the stuff I care about. And I think the other problem is why I don't too much care about politicians, because I think as an American citizen, I think we are too heavily involved in other countries. I think that if we're living in our own country, which is America, I think we should worry about home and what's going on at home. You know, we have the homeless crisis here in our country. As a lot of us seen, the homeless situation is out of control. That would be a worthy cause that I would get behind. And then we have our veterans our veterans, our military vets that come home and they don't even have a home to go home to, but they're on the streets. And I don't think we do enough for our veterans to say thank you. I think that if you fought for this country, and I think that if you've done things for this country and you put your time in for this country, I think you should at least have a home to go home to. And you should have 100% health care, Medicare, benefits, any of that stuff. You know, we have soldiers out here who experience PTSD, but can't rightfully get the help that they need because they don't have transportation to get it. And that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Stuff for them, stuff for our senior citizens. That is what I would be interested in taking a hard look at. You know, making sure our veterans are taken care of, our senior citizens are taken care of, and something for the homeless. It's a shame that we have so much vacant properties out here that we can't figure out how we can help our homeless or help our veterans. You know, we say that we're a country of tolerance or a country that takes care of their people. But when I go to work on some days or when I talk to come across some military vets on accident, not, seeking them out, they say what they've done for the country and they feel like their government has neglected them. And I kind of understand that. So I think when America, we kind of get involved in other people's business and we actually forget about our own. So I think that, honestly, I think that if America didn't worry so much about what other countries were doing and worried about what we're doing, I think we could be successful. I think we could be a top-notch company. Because you have other countries that even don't really give a shit about what other countries do. They're trying to make their country a lot better. And I think that for me, that's what I would rather see more of, helping our own people. I always baffles me that we pay so much attention, we shell out money to other countries, but what are we doing here? The price of food has gone up, the price of gas has gone up, the price of living has gone up. Now, I can say this, Social Security has anteed up, and they are making sure, well, I know in my state, that Social Security has went up because they're trying to meet the cost of living. That part, I understand, I get that. So I'm not complaining about that. But I'm saying that as a politician, they have so much shit to do that I think a lot of this shit gets lost in translation. And I think that some are trying to focus on the task at hand and trying to take care of their state. But when they try to take care of their state, that is kind of pushed to the back of the line instead of being at the front of the line. Yes, I do understand we have more pressing issues. I do. I know we're trying to bring mental illness awareness. We're trying to get a handle on gun control. And again, that's another thing. We are the only country on this free world that has the most gun violence when it comes to shooting in our schools. And why? Because again, politicians, whether they be Republicans or Democrat, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly Republicans, don't want to sign off on a bill banning these AR-15 assault rifles. And again, it's like I'm with the rest of the world. Why in the hell would you need something that powerful to shoot or to hunt? By the time you shoot it, ain't nothing left. What the hell are you shooting? What are you taking home? The casings, the bullets? Because there ain't nothing left of what you shot. So this is why I don't do politics, because to me it's stupid. Not all of it is stupid. I would say 75% of it is stupid, and the other is just it's just going unheard. That's what it is. So to my listener who wrote me the letter, because I'm pretty sure you're listening, I'm sorry. I just don't do it. I wish I could tell you something and that you want to hear, but I'm sorry, it's just not me. Listen, I tell you what. So oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. I tell you what, you can email me back And if you want to give me a little bit more detailed description on what you're looking for me to either want to talk about, then I can go from that. Or, because coming up soon, maybe in the next podcast, because I think I'm just about there, I'm going to start doing calls on my podcast. You know, I would love for my listeners to come in to either chat with me, and maybe there's things we can talk about, things that you want to discuss. But I got to be honest with you. If you're going to spew hate or anything like that, we can disagree, but we can disagree respectfully. But we're not going to get into a shouting match, because this is not that kind of podcast. It really isn't. I like talking to people, and I know that I'm not going to be able to reach everybody, as well as you won't be able to reach anybody. But I love to hear from those. I love the letters. Oh my God, I love the letters. I've gotten some hateful letters, and, you know, a lot of people say I don't know what I'm talking about. You're right, I don't. But I do try to fact find as much stuff that I do talk about on the air. Again, I understand that there are those who are not going to be happy with what I do. And if you're not simply happy, you can email me. But here's the thing. If you keep emailing me, if I see your email more than 5 times, either it's working, like meaning what I'm saying to you like, and it's starting to grow on you, or you're just being just malicious and disrespectful. And I don't know what you're going through at home or anything like that. We can gladly talk about it. But I would love to talk about it. As we speak right now, I'm having a number registered so that when you guys call in, you can remain anonymous. You don't have to say your name, state, or where you live or anything like that. And we can just discuss things, because I really like engaging with the people. And it's not the fact that I don't have friends, but I love seeing the letters that you guys write me and saying, well, oh, you know, and a lot of the letters that I've gotten have been positive, more positive than negative. And that's what I like. And it doesn't mean I don't take the negative letters and just say, they don't know what they're talking about. You know, I don't know who they think I've been doing this shit for years. You know, I got an award and nothing. No, I'm kidding. But I don't look at it like that. I think that if we want to talk about something, we can talk about it. We're going to either agree or we're going to disagree. But I've even gotten letters of people saying, oh, I seen you. You're ugly just like your podcast. Okay. Listen, for those who listen to me and that like what I do, thank you. For those who email me just to spew kind of hate, thank you again. Because not only do you make my day, but I have enough sense to know not to get angry about stuff like that. I don't know who you're trying to razzle or get all riled up, but whatever you say does not bring down my day. If anything, it inspires me to do more and to do better. Now, again, I'm sorry that this episode was a little bit off, but the 2 subjects were just not something that I particularly care to get into, because as people that are transgenders, they're just people. Why do you hate them so much? What did they do to you? You can't blame something on someone that hasn't done anything to you. And half these people you don't even know. You're just either sitting at home, or some other people have talked about it. Listen, if you have a person that talks about this every day and that gets angry about it every day, maybe you might want to check them and see what's going on with them. Because that's just not something I do. On a daily basis, I go to work. I don't like to talk about politics, because politics break up your family. It brings out the worst in people. As well as transgenders. They don't bring out the worst in people, but they bring out the fear and the nastiness and the horribleness in a person. Because when it happens to them, then either they can choose to accept it, or they can just say, well, this is who made you this way. No. We can't blame something on somebody that has no affiliation or does not know of us. If they choose to follow that lifestyle, then that's what they choose. I know as a responsible parent and a responsible adult, I talk to my kids and I let them know, if you are gay, this is what you're in for. Doesn't mean I won't love you, because I will love you just the same. You will always be my child. I just want you to know what you're in for. And if this life is for you, hey, it's for you. In the end, there's only one person that can judge you, and that's God. I'm not judging anybody. Would I be hurt? Not really. Because I think if you're at that age and you're older, that you can understand it, that you know the decision that you want to make is your decision. And I do understand that there are some people that kind of regret doing that. But that's just not for me to say. Who is this? No, I'm just joking. So I think as a society, we have two things that kind of irritate us. And I know the politicians are probably number one, high up on that list. And the second thing is just something at the spur of the moment. It's just something that to distract or to deflect from what politicians are doing, which they can clearly do that any given time and all the time that they do. Oh, excuse me. I got to get this vape. But that's not me. So I encourage that if you wrote this letter, that's fine. I'm sorry, I just couldn't give you a little bit more information. It's just not, again, me. I know I keep saying it over and over again, but, I feel like I got to get this point across, but whatever. Okay, so in any event, moving on. I will be, and I'm going to set all this up. I'm going to put all this information on there. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Instagram again, because I have 2 accounts on Instagram and 1 on Facebook. I am not on Snapchat. I'm not on Twitter. I don't like Twitter. Don't too much care for Twitter. It's annoying. And if you have my email, feel free to email me because we will go through some subjects. And if there's anything you guys want to talk about, I'm going to leave it up to you guys to phone in. I have been working on the live version of the show to get more feedback, but I'm working on the calls first. I'm not trying to do a lot at once. And again, when you call in, you don't have to use your name. You don't even have to say where you're from. We can just talk about things. Because when we talk about things, and I know it feels good for some people to talk about things because they have a lot on their mind or they just want to talk. And that's what I'm here for. So we can have a good conversation. Most likely we will just be trying to move away from subjects like this, but I'm pretty sure once this line is up and running, which it should be because it was supposed to be up and running this week, and I was going to do it this week, but there's an issue with the number that the company is working out. So I hope to have that fixed soon. So in any event, before we get ready to get out of here, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all my listeners. Like I said, I enjoy what I do. I'm not looking to be big. I don't want no money for this. I just do it because I like doing it. And part of the other reason, I don't really have a lot of friends. My cat just left me. She ran off with another cat. No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding. But y'all know I don't have friends. It's just not. And I'm trying to get out there. I talked to my sister a couple of days ago, and she's just, since I lost my wife, she's just really, I don't think she's worried about me, but she just wants me to get out there and just try to mingle, and just try to say, hey, and I've done that. I've reached out to a few people, whether they take it is up to them. It's all good. But I feel that when people write to me and tell me or some things that they want to discuss, I think they are my friends. I may not know what you look like, but hey, it's all good. You can know what I look like, so some people think I'm ugly. In my mind, I think I am handsome because that's who I am. And I think everybody in this world is beautiful. I think their attitude and the devil inside them makes them very ugly, but that's not for me to change. That's for you to change. So in any event, I want to say thank you. Thank you. My name is Derek. I am Endeavor Empire. If you guys have any comments, complaints, gripes, concerns, or just something you want to talk about, please feel free to email me. d6empire357@gmail.com. My email links, my social media links are always posted in descriptions of the podcast. So feel free to hit your boy up. Real talk. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you go out and do something fun. I hope you don't let the pressures of the world get to you. And if you're somebody who believes in these politicians, only thing I can tell you to do is just figure things out for yourself. Don't let your life run away because you think what this person's doing is completely right. We are not perfect. We are human. We are all human. So what we got to do to continue to be human is to take care of one another and figure out things on our own, fact find things on our own. When you fact find things on your own, you kind of have a better understanding and opportunity. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Stay ahead of the herd. Yeah, I heard I said herd. I meant that. Stay ahead of the herd. So I hope you all have a good day, because I know I am. Gonna go out here and enjoy some of this weather, get on my gaming, and probably cook some dinner. So my friends, until next time, look for my updates. Look for the phone number coming soon, because I want to hear from you guys. I really do. I think there's a lot of people out there that has a lot of valid points, a lot of things that we can talk about. Some of it's weird, but hey, I'll indulge. I'll indulge as long as we don't go too far off the rails. But you know, it's good. It's good. In any event, my friends, I want to say thank you to all my loyal listeners. My name is Derek. I am Endeavor Empire. Until next time, you guys take care of each other. Have a great day. Have fun. Till next time.